everybody, my name is Python and welcome back to another episode here of the 10 times Spawns playthrough. Oh boy, have I been a busy little bee since the last episode. I've done quite a lot of base work. You can probably already see what's going on the mini-map here. I've gone ahead, added some support, and if we were to zoom out for the grand reveal, this is what we've got going on. Many more NPC houses, and way up at the top here, we have a source of wood. Now, as much as I can get a lot more NPCs to spawn in, there is a fairly high likelihood there won't actually be enough to fill in all of the houses in this building. That is because one of the things I'd like to do today is I'd like to make myself a whole bunch of mini pylon builds. I think to get myself a proper pylon network set up is going to be absolutely crucial for navigating this world in hard mode. Now, of course, we do still have the Deerclops boss to take down before we go for the Wall of Flesh, so that is indeed going to be the boss for today's episode. But first of all, I'd like to do some building. So, let's go ahead and grab ourselves some resources. We're not going to go, you know, too crazy with the building. We're just going to go for basic box houses. At the end of the day, I just want to be able to transport myself across the world real easy. Like, I'm not really in the market to make, like, super good-looking builds or spend hours upon hours on them today. So, yeah, hopefully that's okay. This is a playthrough at the end of the day, not a let's play. If this was a normal let's play where anything and everything goes, then yeah, sure, I'll go ahead and spend a bit more time on the building side of things. Although with that all said and done, I have spent quite a lot of time on getting this central building done. But yeah, everything else I'm not really too fussed about making it be like all good looking and such. So yeah, ladies and gents, let's grab ourselves a bunch of resources. Iridescent bricks. Ooh. Okay, so we can have mudstone and iridescent bricks. Sure, that sounds like a pretty good way to go. Now, while we get prepared here, it gives me a chance to say a massive thank you, of course, for all of your lovely support throughout this series. I very much appreciate it. If you do want to continue supporting this series and you want to continue seeing more, do be sure, of course, to support these episodes with a like. I really would appreciate it, folks. If you're new around here, consider subscribing to the channel so you don't miss out on my future content. And if you do want to go one further with your support, consider checking out pythongb.com/PC if you're in the market for a brand new game. PC. Alright, let's try and think of where we're going to put our pylons. Interestingly, the ocean pylon is one of the ones we do not need because, of course, we have access to the magic conch. Deerclops is the boss we're going to be taking down today, so I'm thinking the first thing we do is we get ourselves a little snow pylon build. Another pylon that we don't necessarily need is probably the mushroom biome pylon because, I mean, you know, our big old elevator goes right down to a mushroom biome, so we can grab ourselves truffle worms later down the line when we need them. A jungle pylon, on the other hand, absolutely, we are definitely going to be needing that. And here's the interesting thing. This granite biome being sort of in the middle of it all is kind of already like a semi-ready-made Plantera arena, right? Although then again, might this be enough to have Plantera enrage? Ooh, I don't know. My thinking is that we sort of clear out this granite biome, right? And then all of the surrounding areas will have the Plantera bulbs grow. And then we have like the jungle pylon base sort of right next to the arena. I don't know. I'm just thinking aloud at this point. Desert pylon, not really entirely sure that we need that, to be honest with you. I don't know. There's actually not a great deal of pylons that we need. It's actually kind of surprising. I just obtained a new pet, the eucalyptus sap. So that's kind of cool, I guess. Desert pylon for easy dungeon access. Yes, that would be a mighty dang fine idea. Housing is suitable. Housing is suitable. All right, fantastic. Wait, do I want to let these guys, like, go outside? Or should we have this be rather similar to my central house and have it to the point where we can only access it via a pylon? I think a pylon would definitely be safer. All right, well, I still need to be able to, you know, get out of this place. So let's go ahead And do a little bit of a thing here. I'm thinking maybe just a little bit of a drop shoot. There's what I'm thinking. The typical golden combination of NPCs. The arms dealer and the nurse are enough to get you most of the pylons in the game. So in just a few seconds here, we'll be able to get ourselves the desert pylon done and placed, and then we'll move on to the snow pylon. So fly up so the NPCs all move around, and yeah, I think we're just about good. Right, let me just grab my little thingy madoohickey out. Wait, why was it in the trash? That's the second time my magic conch has wound up accidentally in the trash, and I swear I'm not doing it. If I am, it's completely unbeknownst to me. Oh, it's concerning. I feel very scared that one day I'm going to wind up completely ridding it, and I'm going to feel very, very sad as a result. Anyway, there we are. Desert pylon has been purchased, and there we go. I like how I said I'm not really going to focus too much on the building side of things in this series, but here I am, you know, smoothing things out and trying to make them look at least semi-decent. Alright, let's go ahead and put some different NPCs in here, because of course we're going to want to move the nurse and the arms dealer as we go along and get more pylons. On a rather silly note, the snow pylon really isn't going to be that far away from the desert pylon, but hey-ho, it is what it is. Better safe than sorry, right? So in this case, we could probably use this area for fishing up the frost minnows. And the reason you might want those is because you might want to make warmth potions, and they will allow you to take less damage from frozen-related dudes, like, you know, the dudes from the Frost Moon, for example. My goodness me, what I would give for the Cosmolite item from the Calamity mod right now. Being able to skip the night and therefore not have all of these buttheads spawn in. I'll be having so much more of a chill time right now. Get it? It's only just become daytime. That's frustrating. I could have got the NPCs to move in there and thus be able to buy myself the snow pylon, but no, I ran out of time. These darn guys kept on trying to kill me. For any of you guys who are interested, by the way, the reason why I've got a little bit of a gap here with a platform, the platform, I'm pretty sure still counts as a wall. And that theory is bore out by the fact that the nurse is able to live in this house. And of course, the reason the gap is there is so we can safely fish from the comfort of our own home here. Certainly not the greatest looking base area, it's got to be said, but oh well, we're going for function over aesthetic for once here, folks. Alright, the next pylon I want to get set up is the jungle pylon. And as I was mentioning before, we're going to have it sort of nearby this granite area. In fact, look at this. There's an underground cabin here. We could totally restore that. Oh boy, this is definitely not going to get frustrating whatsoever. Building in the underground jungle. Oh, and there's a sandstorm as well. Well, okay then. You're going to throw many more things my way while you're at it? Oh, a pinky. Okay, that's kind of cool. I mean, it would have been nice if perhaps earlier in the series we could have, oh, I don't know, maybe got a slime staff on one. That could have been kind of nice. All right, so down we go, and we're going to have to be exceedingly quick with this, aren't we? We're going to have to try and get down here. We're going to have to try and restore that underground cabin absolutely ASAP. Otherwise, we're going to die. It's as simple as that. Absolutely ASAP. So, yep, I'm even going to get rid of the door. We're going to bar this completely up, and there we are. Right, we should be relatively safe to actually, you know, work on this thing. Is this the first ever time that I've actually gone ahead and, like, restored one of these places? I don't recall doing it too many times previously. And that should do it. Housing is suitable. Housing is suitable. Right, who are we thinking would be a good combo for down here? I'm actually thinking the Witch Doctor and the Dryad. Yeah, I think those would work pretty well together. Okay, so yeah, that is that done. We just need to be able to get back down here eventually and, you know, actually purchase the pylon. But there we are. We're looking pretty good there. Ah, man. And now I can't access the desert pylon because I wound up putting the dryad over there. Whoops. There is one other pylon we could probably make, and I'm thinking it's going to be the cavern pylon down on the far bottom right of the underworld. The reason for that being there, of course, is so we can have easy access to being able to take down the wall of flesh. You know, we can just teleport right down here, and then we've got, you know, the whole world pretty much to take down the wall of flesh. So I'm sleeping away the rest of the day here so we can actually, you know, purchase those other pylons, the snow pylon and the jungle pylon. All right, there we are. Finally, we are looking pretty good. So then, time to get some odd jobs out the way. Number one, we need to go ahead and we need to add in another NPC to this area. Let's go for the zoologist. Sure. Why not? Then what we're going to do is we're going to make our way over to the snow pylon base area. We're going to see if we can't get that thing bought and placed down. All right. There it is. The snow pylon of epicness. Ah, you love to see it. All right. Now we need to get ourselves over to the jungly jungle. All right. Again, we've got to be real quick about this so there's not like 50 million dudes that spawn in on me. All right. Let's get ourselves in here. Let's replace all of the blocks. And there we are, ladies and gentlemen, the jungly jungle pylon. Let's get that bad boy placed down, shall we? So here we are. 4 pylons. Very good. All right, so as I was mentioning, a 5th pylon, the cavern pylon on the far right-hand side of the underworld. Ooh, that is going to be an interesting one, isn't it? Trying to defend ourselves against the constant barrage of underworld enemies. I mean, as we discovered in, I think, maybe the last episode or so, there isn't actually a great deal of dudes who do spawn down there, but they are all quite nasty, so yeah. Well, there's only one way to get this thing done, my friends, and that's to just get it done. And guess what I forgot once again? My shadow key. Ah, good job, Python. Very good job. So here we are, unexplored parts of the underworld, and yep, here we go. We've got ourselves all of this, like, ash biome and such. So, yep, getting close to the edge of the world now, my friends. We want to get to the very, very, very far right side of the world and get a box set up. That's all I want to do. Just a box, a safety box. Rather like, oh, wait, hang on. We need it on our person, really. Don't, oh, jeez, no, it's not happening. It's not happening. Is it possible I'll be able to place down a block next to the tree? No. Guess I'm gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way. I'm placing blocks in such a weird way. I'm actually having to aim where I place my blocks instead of just, like, you know, having the camera always be on the middle of where I am. Ugh, it's really jarring. Here we are, safety box time, and the bigger the safety box we can make, the better things are gonna be. All right, there we are, done. Excellent. If I get rid of the mini-map, there we are, I can see a little bit better now. The good news is I'm making some decent progress with my little hell build here. I just gotta expand this just by a little bit more, and then I've got to make myself a little bit of a pylon, you know, area up at the top here, and then we'll be good. And there we go. I was wondering when that would happen. Alright, I've got myself a little bit of a structure sorted out. I just need to get the background walls and the furniture placed in. And, of course, the NPCs to move in. Also, peace candle. Yeah, that'll probably be a good shout, eh? Priority 1, peace candle. There we go. Right, priority 2. Crafting table. Put the walls. Oh, gee whiz, this is going to be insanely frustrating. It's going to be worth it. Just keep telling yourself that, Python. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Right, get those on my person. I don't even care that it's only a single material background wall. I just do not care. I care about getting the NPCs in here, and I care about getting the pylon in here. Dude, what is going on right now? There was a bat in there hassling me. A regular cave bat. Can you believe that? Oh, yeah, right. I didn't have my summon dudes on me. Well, that probably would help, wouldn't it? Ah, Come on, Python. Come on, Python. You're letting yourself down here. Come on. 2, 3, 4 of those. We've got this guy here. Is he selling anything decent? Okay, so we've got a speedometer. So, yes, we do already have the stopwatch. And we've got the rare creature detector. So, we don't need the life form analyzer. Okay. The katana would have been nice to have early on in the game. But right now, it's useless, if I'm honest. Come on, Python! Get these freaking background walls placed in! Nice and quick click, buddy! Nice and quick click! Right, so what we need now is we need ourselves a table, we need 2 chairs, some form of lighting source, and then we should be good. Oh, and a door. There we are. Right, so, light in there, and now we should be able to get ourselves a couple of NPCs down here. And actually, by having NPCs down here, we should be able to reduce spawn rates considerably. The mechanic and the goblin tinkerer, I seem to recall, is another good combo to have for being able to purchase pylons. So, yeah. We should just about have this goal in the bag now, folks. So then, let's wait around until nighttime rolls around, 7:30 p.m., and then we should be able to have the NPC spawn in their houses, and then we should be able to purchase the cavern pylon. Alright, nighttime has rolled round, and there we are, the tinkerer and the mechanic. Alright, let's just make sure that this combo does indeed work. Yep, there we are. Cavern pylon. Hey, we done did it, folks. We done did it. So we should now have a far lower amount of enemies that wind up spawning in now. Also, maybe we should put down some banners around here. That would be a good shout, I think. So then, desert pylon for the dungeon, snow pylon for Deerclops, the forest pylon for the central base of epicness, the jungle pylon for the eventual Plantera arena, and of course the fact that, you know, we've got the queen beehive here. And finally, the cavern pylon for the underworld. Dude, that is not bad going, if you ask me. So then, all that's left to be done for today's episode is the boss, which of course is going to be Deerclops. All we need to do is get ourselves some platforms placed down, and then, well, actually, that's about it. As much as Deerclops is usually a bit of a pushover, I'm not going to get too ahead of myself. I'm still going to put down buff stations, just so, you know, if there winds up being a whole bunch of little dudes around, we can still take him down with absolute ease. So, here we go. Let's do this thing. Alright, rudimentary arena has been set up. Now all we need to do is we need to make the deer things. It's Flink's fur, Crimtane or Demonite ore, and lenses. Believe it or not, we've actually got everything necessary. We just need to get ourselves over to a Crimson Altar. For once, I'm actually fully prepared for Deerclops. Can you believe that? Normally, there is a limiting factor, which a lot of the time is actually Flink's fur. But because of the 10 times spawn rate, getting Flink's fur was actually incredibly easy. We do still need to be at least relatively careful. We only have one attempt at this before we do indeed have to go and farm ourselves a bunch of, you know, Flink's dudes. So, let's see if we could do ourselves a decent job. Deerclops, buffing up, and we're going to go for the spinal tap. Sure, why not? Come on, buddy. Make your way over. 15,000 health to take down. Let's have it. Oh, yeah. Right, it's going to be, yep, snowballs. Switch side. And, okay, a bunch of icicles that time, but no worries. And again, I mean, if you get close to him, that is when the icicles happen. If you are not close to him, then it's going to be a whole bunch of balls of snow. I kind of feel like I want to use something a bit more sort of ranged here. I know probably using my spinal tap is probably the better way to go. But, you know, I kind of want to keep my distance here. And the spinal tap requires you to be at least, you know, relatively close to the boss. Right? So, yeah, just gotta keep things nice and steady around here, folks. I mean, to be fair, I could probably try and use the Knight's Edge. How would that work? Yeah, okay. Taking a bunch of damage. That's how it's working. Alright, stables. Oh! Wait, did that actually damage Deerclops? I don't think it did. That would have been kind of hilarious, though. I think it landed just above Deerclops, that fallen star. Oh, look at you. Are you starting to get a little bit annoyed there, buddy? I mean, I would, to be fair, if I was getting slapped around in such a, you know, ridiculous fashion. I feel like this boss needs his AI tweaking just a little bit. On Master Mode, this guy really is an absolute pushover. I mean, just look at him. I'm not even trying, for goodness sake. Like, really, I'm not trying. Even in Master Mode with 10 times spawn rates. I mean, you know, we haven't really got much of a 10 times spawn rates thing going on around here because we've got NPCs and peace candles. But still, we took him down. Super easy, like. Like, ridiculously easy, like, in fact. So on that note, it's time to wrap up the episode. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I shall see you folks in the next one. Bye-bye.